Well, hello. I'm at my daily exercise out in the moor, and I've been given my hardest tag yet. Easily my hardest tag yet. I've been tagged by Hike with Mike, link below, to tell you what my favourite album is. So, anybody that's followed my channel for a while will know that I quite like music. Often try to put some kind of music on my films. If I have genres that I like more than any, it would be folk music and punk music, and more namely sort of British punk from the 70s and 80s. Saying that, my favourite album is neither folk nor punk. Before I give you the name of my #1 album, I'm going to give you the names of a few which deserve an honourable mention, a couple of which could easily have been classed as the #1 album. First of them will be Brothers in Arms by Dire Straits. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I've forgotten which year it came out, 85 maybe, might have been a little earlier, 85, 84. Brothers in Arms, what a tune, what a tune. Martin Knopfler's guitar playing, it's a finger picking style, and I personally believe he's probably the best electric guitar playing finger picker there is. Brilliant, brilliant. So, Brothers in Arms. So my next choice for honourable mention is Hounds of Love by Kate Bush. Now I realise that's probably caused the migration of tumbleweed in the Americas, and anyone under the age of 40. Wonderful singer, late 70s and 80s was her main period. I think she'd be a big star even now though, to be quite honest. Wonderful voice. So, Kate Bush, honourable mention. Just thinking this would be a nice spot for a camp, by the stream, even on the other side. Let's tip them down and put you further away. You don't want to look at my ugly mug too close. Yeah, lovely spot this. Hawthorns, alders, willows here down close to the river. Notice the birch just over there, there's oak trees there, and they're just 30 yards away from the stream, it should be really called, but not the river. Just 30 yards away there are rowans or mountain ash, depending on what you like to call them. So, my next two honourable mentions are probably going to cause a little bit of derision from certain members of my subs. Dull Revolution by the Bangles. Now this is from their comeback era, if you like, in the late 90s and early 2000s. It's their comeback album. It's actually really, really good. It doesn't have things like Manic Monday on it or Walk Like an Egyptian. It's actually really good. My next one is really going to cause some derision and laughter. It's Kings of the Wild Frontier by Adam and the Ants. What a brilliant album that is. What an absolutely fantastic album. I was listening to it again last night, and the drum beats and the bass is just phenomenal. It was really good. And I think Marco Perrone, the lead guitar player, is very underestimated. Very. So there you go. Dog Revolution by the Bangles and Kings of the Wild Frontier by Adam and the Ants. So my next choice is a singer who gets 2 albums, and that is David Bowie. Hunky Dory, his early 1970s, 72, 73, something like that, album, and Black Star, his last album. Fantastic, brilliant albums. Somebody who's in, I've always thought, a similar light, and a great songwriter, that is up there with Bowie, Lennon, McCartney, Elvis Costello. As British songwriters go, it's Paul Weller and Stanley Road. Another great album, Stanley Road, from the mid-90s, maybe 96, 97 maybe. Brilliant album. Mike chose Hotel California as his favourite album, and I've got to put in as an honourable mention. The Eagles are a fantastic group. Desperado is my favourite, one of my favourite songs. So is The Last Resort, which is on the Hotel California album. So Hotel California by the Eagles is definitely going on there. A group that most people like would be the Rolling Stones. Beggar's Banquet, for me, is their best album. It definitely requires a mention. This one might surprise you a little bit. It's Fallen by a group called Evanescence, or Evanescence, something like that. I can't remember the name of the lead singer now. Fantastic voice. The songs are hauntingly brilliant. Really good group. Sort of a haunting rock, you'd almost call it. A gothic haunting rock. Really good. Obviously, being as I like British 70s punk, I'm not going to leave out the seminal punk album of the 70s. So it'll be the Sex Pistols and Never Mind the Things That You Put Oars In When You're Rowing a Boat. Look it up if you don't know. And my last honourable mention is The Gatter de Blanc by the Police. They were a proper supergroup at the time of the late 70s, early 80s. Sting's gone right off the boil now, but when they were a group, they were a proper supergroup. So, band I did forget to mention, and an album, is Californication by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I do like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I think they're a wonderful band, great band. And Californication is their best album, in my opinion. A band that never made a bad album, in my opinion, Pink Floyd. So I couldn't really pick an album of theirs, Dark Side of the Moon for instance, as a favourite album. Let me just pour my coffee and I'll come back to you with my favourite album. So, what criteria did I use to choose my favourite album? The album had to have every single song that was on it that I thought I could listen to again and again. And this album has certainly got that. It may surprise a few people. The album is Number of the Beast by Iron Maiden. It's a brilliant album. It is just a brilliant album. Number of the Beast, Run to the Hills, Prisoner, Acacia Avenue. Just brilliant, brilliant heavy metal songs. Well, there isn't a bad song on that album. It's on YouTube. You can listen to it. It's not even a favourite band of mine. I got the album because of Run to the Hills, because I thought it was a great song. The album is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So there you go. At this point, I've got to tag people, and the first people I'm going to tag are going to hate me. You are going to absolutely loathe me. So, because I can imagine the face that's going to be pulled now. Sam and Mary, count yourself as tagged. The next person I'm going to tag is Carl, the Dartmoor, whatever he is these days. He was Dartmoor Explorer, but I'm not sure what he's decided to change his name to now. So, Carl, count yourself as tagged, my friend. And the last person I'm going to tag, I am 100% sure is not going to answer this tag. But he's the biggest YouTuber ever, so far anyway, to comment on on any of my films. So my last tag is going to be to Sean James of My Self-Reliance. Your favourite album, please, of all time. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get an answer to that one, but there we go. So, we've got Sam and Mary, please. I know you're going to hate me for that. Carl, Dartmoor Explorer, Wanderer, not Wanderer, is it? Dartmoor Outdoors? No, Dartmoor, he's Dartmoor something or other. I'm sure he is. Anyway, Carl. And Sean James, My Self-Reliance. Right. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my coffee and make my merry way back home. Thank you, and I will see you soon. Goodbye. I can't believe I admitted to the Bangles and Adam and the Ants. Be kind to me.